Did you know that an astonishing 80% of cats will experience stress at some point in their lives? And the problem is, they're not going to tell you about it, at least, not in the ways you might expect. Cats are incredibly sensitive creatures, but they're also masters of masking discomfort. Unlike dogs, who often wear their emotions on their sleeve, cats can quietly suffer through long periods of anxiety, uncertainty, and fear without ever making a sound. As a result, many cat owners don't even realize their pets are stressed until the behaviors become extreme. We're not just talking about quirky behavior here. This kind of stress can lead to very real consequences, including litter box avoidance, excessive vocalization, aggressive outbursts, obsessive grooming, and in severe cases, self-injurious behaviors like fur chewing or skin scratching. The problem is, by the time these behaviors surface, your cat has already been silently struggling for a long time. And if the underlying causes of stress aren't addressed, it can take a serious toll not only on your cat's behavior, but on their physical health. Chronic stress is linked to immune suppression, digestive issues, weight loss, and even feline lower urinary tract disease. That's why understanding the root causes of feline stress is more than just good pet care. It's essential to your cat's long-term well-being. One of the most overlooked but impactful sources of stress is the lack of vertical space. In the wild, cats spend a significant amount of time above ground perching in trees, surveying their territory, watching for threats, and preparing to hunt. Elevation equals safety, and that instinct hasn't left domestic cats. When cats don't have the ability to climb or perch, they can feel vulnerable and exposed. A stressed cat without an escape route may act out with aggression, withdrawal, or compulsive behaviors like overgrooming. Providing vertical territory, like cat trees, mounted shelves, and window perches, not only gives them more physical space, it offers psychological comfort. If you live in a small apartment or share space with multiple cats, vertical space is a non-negotiable. Equally disruptive to a cat's sense of safety are sudden environmental changes. Moving to a new house, traveling, new furniture, or even guests staying over can all throw your cat into a state of confusion and fear. Because cats perceive the world largely through scent, any disruption to the scent map they've built can feel like an invasion. Their carefully marked spaces no longer smell like home. They can't find their bearings, and they start to react in unpredictable ways. Some hide under beds for days, others become aggressive, many stop eating altogether. To help your cat through these transitions, start by introducing them to changes slowly. When moving to a new home, confine them to one familiar room at first with their bed, toys, and litter box. Use scent to re-establish a sense of familiarity. Rub a cloth on their cheeks and then transfer that scent to new furniture or walls. This gives them an emotional foothold in an otherwise unfamiliar world. Cleanliness and privacy are deeply important to cats, especially when it comes to their litter box. A dirty or poorly located box can become a major source of anxiety. Many cat owners unknowingly create stress by using scented litter, placing the box in a high-traffic area, or failing to scoop it daily. Some cats even experience allergic reactions to perfumes in scented litter, resulting in respiratory issues. And if you have more than one cat and not enough boxes, competition for bathroom space can quickly escalate into territory disputes. Always follow the golden rule: one litter box per cat plus one extra. Make sure boxes are placed in calm, easily accessible areas, not next to loud appliances or in the path of foot traffic. These small details can mean the difference between a confident, relaxed cat and one who starts eliminating outside the box. For cats, territory is everything. In multi-cat households or small spaces, the lack of clearly defined personal territory can become a ticking time bomb. Cats may start spraying, fighting, or withdrawing altogether if they feel they have no space to call their own. Providing dedicated zones complete with their own beds, toys, scratching posts, and hiding spot shelves, cats feel more secure. And introducing synthetic pheromones into the environment can simulate the comforting scent of their own facial glands, reducing tension between cats sharing a space. Even single cat households can benefit from these additions. A cat who feels ownership over certain areas is a cat who feels emotionally secure. One of the most stressful experiences for any cat is a trip to the vet. From the moment you pull out the carrier, their stress levels spike. And once you're in the clinic surrounded by the scent of dogs, disinfectants, and unfamiliar humans, their anxiety can go through the roof. Many cats associate the vet with negative experiences like shots, restraint, and unfamiliar smells. To help them cope, leave the carrier out at home regularly so they see it as a safe space rather than a prison. Line it with their favorite blanket, spray calming pheromones inside before trips. Cover the carrier with a towel during transit to reduce visual stimulation. Speak softly during the ride and reward them afterward. The more positive associations you can create around the carrier and vet trips, the less traumatic it will be for them. Boredom is a silent stressor, especially for indoor cats. Without access to the enriching sights, sounds, and scents of the outdoors, many indoor cats become restless and frustrated. They need more than food and a warm bed. They need mental challenges. Puzzle feeders, treat dispensing toys, interactive play sessions, and window views all help engage their natural hunting and exploring instincts. Rotate toys regularly to keep things fresh and make time for daily play. Even 10 minutes of focused playtime can reduce stress, encourage exercise, and deepen your bond. Cats are creatures of habit. They like to know what to expect and when. So even small disruptions to their routine, like feeding them at a different time, changing work hours, or moving their bed, can create anxiety. Cats don't adapt to change the way people do. What seems minor to us may feel huge to them. Keep their schedule consistent whenever possible. Feed them at the same time each day. Stick to familiar routes during play. If a change is necessary, introduce it gradually. Predictability equals security. Despite their reputation for independence, cats can suffer from separation anxiety, especially those who have experienced trauma or loss. Excessive meowing, destructive behaviors, inappropriate urination, and appetite loss can all point to anxiety when you're away. Some cats even groom themselves compulsively, creating bald patches. To ease their stress, create a routine around departures and arrivals. Leave out toys or clothing with your scent. Play with them before leaving to reduce pent-up energy. And never make a big fuss when leaving or returning. It can increase their sense of urgency and fear. Cats need safe spaces to hide, especially in households with kids, dogs, or lots of activity. When cats feel threatened or overstimulated, their natural response is to retreat. If they can't, stress builds quickly. Provide hiding spots in every room: a box under the bed, a cozy nook behind the couch, a soft tunnel in the corner. These spaces act as emotional reset buttons, giving your cat the chance to recharge before rejoining the world. And finally, grooming. For many cats, especially long-haired breeds, grooming can be a major source of stress if it's not handled with care. Cats with sensitive skin may react poorly to certain brushes or grooming techniques. Always start slow. Use positive reinforcement, go gently, and stop before they get overwhelmed. Grooming isn't just about appearance, it's about health. It prevents mats, reduces hairballs, and gives you a chance to check for bumps or skin issues. But for it to work, it must be a positive experience. Respect your cat's limits and slowly build trust with every session. Now that you know the top 10 stress triggers for cats and how to fix them, you have the power to create a calmer, more comforting environment for your feline friend. Remember, cats won't always tell you when they're stressed, but they will show you if you know what to look for. With a little awareness, patience, and empathy, you can help your cat live a happier, healthier, and far more peaceful life.